we had the flood in '98,
June 27th.
and the Deer Fire Department in New Haven is just marvelous. And they came and banged on the front door, which no one does in Vermont, and no
4
one,
o'clock in the morning.
4:30, and woke us up and said we had 20 minutes to get out. We could not go to Bristol. We could only go to Middlebury because the road was already washed over, probably down at Sergeant Crossroad. And so we, being from away and not understanding any of this, called Charlie Lee, the guy we bought the farm from, and said, "So, Charlie, sorry to wake you up, but what's it like when it floods here?" And Charlie says, "No problem. We had a flood, and the barn was an island, and the house was an island, and no problem." So, okay, we called the guy next door, Bob Delaney. "Are you leaving?" "No," he says, "we're not." So,
We put the cars, both cars in the
in the
barn.
barn, because Charlie told us it was a little higher. And that was about as much preparation as we could do at 4 in the morning in a driving rain. So we sat it out, and the water kept coming. There's a gap in the lilac hedge at the end of our property before it goes on to the next property to the east, and there was a waterfall coming off the road onto our lawn through that. Remember that? That was,
Oh, yeah.
that was scary. The water came up, and the water went right back down, and we were out in the yard at 3:30. But you had to wear your muck boots, and you had to walk very carefully because it sucked the boots right off my feet. Because the soil there is so wonderful, because this happens periodically. It's full of nutrients and loam and rich stuff.
You get the good soil from Lincoln and the farm all the way. Yeah.
But it was a muddy, awful mess.
The big trees and flotsam and jetsam that comes down the river and cuts across the fields and the lawn had demolished the cow fences, put the heifers, a dozen heifers in there. And the heifers were at that point saying to themselves, we're free. And they're prancing all over the lawn. And would you believe that the divots were
Every footprint from every cow.
10 inches.
And that was before they went out and
Hundreds.
danced on the bridge, because there were no cars and they could. And so there were cows on the bridge, there were these potholes in the yard. It was just
And
crazy.
the four hills came down and got their heifers after a while.